Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to give you guys a heads up on some changes I am planning on making to the channel as we go into 2025. None of this is like big crazy changes or anything like that. I'm still going to be wearing orange in every single one of my videos. I'm still going to be doing book reviews and book content, but one thing I am going to change is I am not going to review every single book I read anymore. That was a goal that I set for myself when I made this channel. One of the original reasons I made this channel was I kind of wanted to use it as like a diary or a log of all of my reading, and as I have continued making videos and doing reviews, I noticed that there were just some books I didn't feel like I had enough to say about that I just did a review because I set a goal for myself. One thing that is both a flaw and something I think is an admirable quality I have is that when I set a goal, I am very good at doing whatever it takes to achieve that goal, or like what that goal is, right? So if it's something specific like this, I'm very good at doing it. And unfortunately, I just felt that like I was doing reviews just because of a goal and not because I wanted to talk about them all. And that does not mean I'm going to stop doing individual book reviews. I think they can still be very fun, and there are definitely books that I read that I want to like mention and talk about, and I feel like they deserve a spotlight on the channel. But I'm only going to do that if I really feel like it's something I want to do. Another piece of that puzzle is I plan on reading a lot of series this year and deep into series, right? And I just feel like doing a non-spoiler review for like book 5 in a 10-book series or something like that just doesn't make as much sense as it does for some like more standalone stuff or some like big marquee books or like end of the series. I mean, you all know the kinds of books that I'm talking about when it comes to reviewing stuff. Like, it makes sense to review Stormlight 5. I'm not sure it's going to make the same amount of sense to do an individual book review for like book 7 of Malazan or something, because it's just like a book in the series. I don't know even which one it is off the top of my head. Now, that doesn't mean I will abandon talking about that book completely, but I just kind of want to set the stage for what some of my book reviews are going to look like. And they're probably going to be more book ones. I will definitely try to do like series and those kinds of things as well, but I just kind of want to change up how I do reviews in general. And another big component of that is, because I still want to talk about every single thing that I read, is I think I'm going to go ahead and throw my hat in the ring and do a weekly update. Over the past couple months, I have actually really enjoyed watching weekly updates. They have quickly become some of my favorite things to watch on BookTube. So I kind of want to try and give myself a challenge of doing a weekly update. It'll give me a chance to talk about not just my novel reading, but also manga and that kind of stuff. Basically the general weekly formula or weekly update formula that everybody else has. I kind of want to try it, and that will be a spot where I'm able to talk about everything that I'm doing and reading and all of that stuff. So I think that is one of those things that is going to kind of help counterbalance the lack of reviewing every single book, but still giving me the opportunity to spotlight and highlight everything that I'm reading. I still haven't even decided what day I'll do a weekly update for. Obviously, it would make sense for it to be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Monday, like one of those days. I haven't like decided exclusively on a date yet, but that is kind of the general plan there. And like I said, I think that is the best way to phase out some reviews, but still give every book I talk about an opportunity to like be shown and everything like that. And I think, honestly, I think it'll be more fun for me. And like I said, I have really enjoyed weekly updates. For the longest time, book reviews were my favorite video to watch on BookTube. And I think that is another reason why I was so drawn to making them myself, because I just thought those were the best videos on BookTube. And my attention has just kind of shifted a little bit. I enjoy the more casual weekly update where it's not that a diluted review basically, but it's not as in-depth. I don't need to like know every detail and thing that you didn't like or liked about, like I said, book 7 of a 15-book series or something like that. I can get the gist of it from a couple, 2 or 3 minute, rundown, spoiler-free of what somebody did or didn't like and everything like that. And also, I don't know, I think it'll be fun. So we will see how those goes. Definitely let me know what, any feedback you guys have for those two changes, because the last one is much more ambiguous. It's just kind of it's out there in the ether. I'm going to give myself much more flexibility going into 2025 than I did in 2024 and 2023 when I started making videos. Since I made my first video, I have published 2 videos every week, Tuesday and Friday at 10:30, and going forward, that is not going to be the case. There are going to be weeks where the only video I make is a weekly update probably, which is a very weird thing for me to say. This kind of goes back to like, I'm very goal-oriented, very goal-driven. I set that standard for myself and I have stuck to it for this long, and it's going to be really hard for me personally to not do that. But I think in general, I think it'll just be better for me, just content-wise, quality-wise, all of the things that like will make videos better. I think it's just a good idea to give myself that flexibility. Like, is there really a difference between a video coming out on a Tuesday at 10:30 or 11 on the next day, or something like that, something little like that? Like, there were weeks where I was on vacation and like filmed like weeks worth of videos, or like came home in between flights, filmed a video, edited and uploaded it because I had this self-imposed goal. And you know, like I said, it's all a me thing. This isn't one of those dark side of booktube videos or anything like that. It's because it is something that I legitimately wanted to do and stick to. And now I'm just kind of giving myself that freedom to not do that. And if I decide that Wednesdays are the new days I upload videos, and then I have a weekly update at the end of every week, that is kind of going to be the new flow going forward. And those are really the only 3 big channel changes I plan on making this year. I am going to be having a goals video coming up here pretty soon that is going to go over more in detail of like reading goals, channel goals, those kinds of things. But this is a specific things that I'm going to be doing in 2025 as we go forward. And I would definitely love to hear any feedback, positive or negative. Do you think I'm making a massive mistake? Are you looking forward to the changes? All of that stuff. Definitely let me know down below in the comments. But that's all for me. And remember, read what you want when you want.